I'm going to share a testimony with you all. And I think that it's important that we are always candid in sharing portions of our testimony as we are directed by Christ. I'm going to tell you something. There was a time in my life that I was just in a dark place. I was disobedient to God and got myself in a relationship and just situations that was just not good. And in that disobedience and in me trying to do things my way, living my life the way that I've always lived it, based on my feelings, emotions, how I want to do it, feeling that my own physical abilities, access to money was enough, and just feeling like I knew all there was to know about a relationship, that I was able to do things without God, kind of had God as an ad-lib, add-on, emergency kit, but not first and foremost in my life. I remember being in such a dark place that there were times that I would cry, and it was such a darkness that I would feel. And the only thing that really helped me was every time I had that type of a feeling where I would cry that way, I remember just always hearing God say my name. He'll say, "Arlene, I'm here with you." And honestly, hearing God say my name for the first time, it made me cry even more. But I remember being in this place in my life where I had to make a very important decision. And I remember crying. It was a relationship that needed to end. And I remember crying out to God days before that and prior to that, saying, "God, this cannot be it." And I remember saying, "Deliver me, Lord." Getting to a place in my life that I said, "Lord, deliver me." Because I realized that in everything that I was doing, I had caught myself up. And I said, "Lord, please deliver me." I remember sitting in a parking lot and crying out to God that way. And I remember one day, not long after, so probably the very next day, being able to say, "It was over." And when I said it, I felt such a peace. I immediately felt the presence of God as if He was standing right there in that room with me. And throughout that whole ordeal of breaking it off for someone who I cared very deeply for and loved, I had this peace that I felt something was wrong with me. And this was a scripture that the Lord gave me that night. This is what I'm bringing you all to. It is in Isaiah chapter 41. And I'm going to skip around. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 1 says, "Keep silence before me, O islands, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near, then let them speak. Let us come near together to judgment." I'm going to go down to where things really hit me and I started to cry. "Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and I have not cast thee away. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them." But here's the thing, guys, that got me here. "For I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. O ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel." The first thing that came to my mind, now it was not other part about get rid of people, but when he says, "Fear thou not, I am with thee, be not dismayed, for I am thy God, I will help thee." And I heard that over and over again. Yea, I will help thee. Guys, I want you to know that I cried. I cried. I cried because I knew that God was with me. I cried because I knew He was with me. And honestly, every time I read that scripture, I get so choked up. Because not only did God just immediately, when I tell you that I just felt the presence of God with me, and to this present day, and then reading the scripture and feeling His peace round about me. I want you to know that God can be the same thing for you. It may not necessarily just be in a relationship. I tell you, there were other things and other challenges that I experienced, and God was with me. When I was in a hospital not too long ago, and they found a tumor in my chest and told me that they had to cut open my chest like they would do for heart surgery, for open heart surgery. And they took out this 12-millimeter tumor that was sitting on my aortic artery. And people were wondering how I was still alive. But I remember before they found out what it was, and as I was going through and getting that CT done, I heard the voice of the Lord say to me, they're going to find something, but you're going to be fine. And I had a peace throughout that 7-day stay in the hospital for them to diagnose and find out what it was. And I had a peace after they did it. And God said, people round about me that was there for me. My mom, my dad, my family was there for me. My friends, they were there for me. I want you to know that no matter what it is that you're going through right now, everything that you're trying to do, whether it's a relationship, whether it's money, whether it's partying, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, that void that you cannot fill, that you try to fill with trying to do more of what you're doing, yet still being void, is because that void is Jesus Christ. People will look at me, people may look at other people and say we're crazy, we're religious fanatics. But I'm trying to tell you that I'm a person that at one point in my life had turned away from God, believed that people were indeed fanatics, and I can do things through the nature and being one with nature and being one with the earth and Mother Earth and all of that. But all that led me to do was to do more things that ended up being nothing. It wasn't until Jesus revealed Himself to me, and He revealed Himself to me when I humbled myself. You see, God is God. When I humbled myself, when I was broken enough, I cried out to God. In that broken state that I was in, I still knew that I was financially stable and in a position to just do things my way, to call up somebody to spend time with. But I chose the Lord. I was determined that I wanted to know who Jesus was. And Jesus got me to Himself and revealed Himself to me. Jesus Christ is real. You see, you can read the Bible, but only when He reveals Himself to you. It's only God that puts you in a place to be drawn to Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ then reveals Himself to you. I want to tell you that nothing in your life will equal the love of Jesus. Read Isaiah 41 in whatever version you can read it in, and just know that Jesus will help you by the strength of His right hand, no matter where you are. If you call out to Him, know that He hears you. Keep calling out, and He will come to you just like He came to me. And my life has never been the same. All right, guys, I hope this helped you out.